Hello and welcome back to Divine Journey 2. We have built some solar panels.
We have. Hopefully the power issue is now solved.
We hope so.
We could put some booster cards back in and turn the oars back on, because I think the oars are still off. Which is an issue because we are having a coal shortage.
Yeah, I'd forgotten we turned the oars off. Well, I'll put the booster cards back in here.
I set up, we had loads of coal, and then one of the machines I set up was just burning coal for no reason.
So now we have no coal. I want to make 2 enhanced machine chassis, and I need like 40 coal for that, and we have 11. Although we do have some spare blocks I could convert down, which might resolve it for me for the 2 that I need.
7 coal, nether coal ore. That would probably get you enough.
I'm 10 coal short. Anyway, we'll look at that in a second.
Yeah.
The other thing I did is I built the castle I said I was going to build.
You did? I mean, I liked my pretty tower. But this does look much better. We
now have a castle, which I do need to do something with the inside of. The random little ponds, probably not terribly ideal. Neither is the cave under the wall.
It does. I mean, it looks like the castle has just been dropped here.
Yeah, it needs a little bit of work, but the walls exist, the towers exist. The walls are hollow, I'll warn you now, so they will spawn mobs.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, eventually, I'm sure we'll find a mod to use that will just fit nicely in the centre of this.
Yeah. So half our empowerers are in this tower. This is where the old tower was.
Yes.
We literally tore it down and built a new tower around them. The other half have been moved over to this tower. And you've also put some sort of liquid sunshine machine on the roof?
Not quite.
Or is this just it's just the sun crystals just drops in the sun at the moment, is it?
Yeah. So it's still pretty quick.
They don't take long.
I put an interface on this, expecting it to come up as an auto recipe, and then I remembered this is on a separate computer network.
Yes.
So it's just got an export, and the crafting card is just in the interface.
Yes, in the chest.
All the empowering's done in.
Because this is just piggybacked off the Empowerer network.
Yeah. But this was necessary because if you come over to the interface building, I had to change a couple of the recipes. So, this one. So yeah, the RF powder and GP powder.
Yeah.
GP powder, it wasn't splitting the GP powder it made properly.
Right.
Because I tried doing a separate network and had it flagging which export it should be doing, and it didn't respond very quickly. But just using a servo should round robin it better. And then I changed this to a sequential fabricator, so it can track how many thermal conductor rods we have.
Yes.
And that's on a redstone control. So we now should automatically be generating the thermal conduction rods when we need them. Because the previous one wasn't. So it's improved.
Yes. So the castle exists. It's all sort of connected up against the Empower. This should be all working. I think that's about the extent of what we did. I did use a fancy tool to build the castle. Because you'll notice it's stone, cobblestone, stone bricks, cracked stone bricks, mossy cobblestone, cobblestone, basalt, and dacite cobblestone. So I think it's like 8 different blocks used to give it texture.
Was that the trowel?
So I used the trowel from Quark. Quark trowel, as opposed to the Extra Utilities 2 or Agricraft trowels, which are different. The Quark trowel is just 2 iron and a stick. It has a durability, so it does run out. I think I got through a good dozen or so trowels building this castle. But you just hold right click with it, and it will build with random blocks from your hotbar.
That's pretty useful.
So I just had the 8 blocks of my building palette in my hotbar with the trowel building.
Yeah.
And it has given it randomness, which is nice. And means I don't have to think about the randomness.
Yeah. You can just build. does look good.
So yes, we have a castle now. Its sole purpose is to house the Empowerers. There is nothing else going on.
Yes.
These other towers are big enough to have internal floors for something, but I don't know what they would have, so I haven't really done anything in them at the moment. I mean, you'll see if you come down here. I've put a couple of blocks of wood to measure out floor heights.
Which side am I going?
In the tool list.
In the tower. Ah, yes.
In here, yeah. Above you, there's
Yeah.
floor heights measured out. But yeah, that's the extent that I've done.
Right. What are we doing today?
I've written a long list of things to build.
Okay.
2 things on that list you did last night.
Which ones are those?
Or this morning. That was to finish off those 2 upgrade kits for thermal expansion. I saw that quest, thought we could do that now. I'll put that on my list for tomorrow, and then you did it.
Yep.
So I've taken that off.
It was on my list to. I wanted to upgrade all the machines, so I did that last night. Because we wanted to do the solar panels, and that needed quicker machines.
Yes. Other things on my list are a lot of other things to build. On the list is the powered spawner. I am intending to do that today. It will take most of the day, I imagine. But I've got a couple of other things I can do first.
Did you want me to auto-recipe the powered spawner?
Probably should. I've got a lot of the components for it. And honestly, it is 2 enhanced machine chassis that are going to be the biggest issue, which we now have enough coal for, finally.
Yeah,
anyway, there's a dread lamp. So that's that done.
Thrusters to make for it.
I've done those. For the most part.
Well, how many power spawners do you think we're going to need?
I was going to build 1 to start with. The main thing I want it for at the moment is wither skeletons. After the problematic process of building a mob spawner in the nether last session that then didn't work, I'm now going to try and use a powered spawner for wither skeletons. We probably also need to do one for that last quest in Exploration 2.
Exploration 2. Yes.
Because that says this is an extremely rare drop, you may want to wait until the powered spawner is unlocked to pursue this.
Well, the power spawner can also fill soul vials.
Yeah.
And I think we need zombies and endermen and witches for various capacitors.
Yes, I did have to go to the end and get 9 endermen for the powered spawner for the first one.
Yes. So I think it's worth making the one we need to make the powered spawner so we can auto-craft them.
Yeah. Anyway, I've done the dread lamp. Next is... actually, I do need to do the rainbow stone. We discussed this last time. So if I put the rainbow generator down and find out... Now, I remember the rainbow generator situation. I've never used a rainbow generator before, but I think I remember how it works. This is going back in my inventory for a little bit.
Okay.
That's going to be a long process.
Because doesn't that need one of each of the other types of generator around it working?
Yeah, it needs one of every type of generator running. I don't think it has to be around it because Extra Utilities 2 just works based on what's in the world. It needs all 16 running, and we currently don't have any because they all went into the rainbow generator.
Yes, so you need to make more.
So I need to make all of them again. Some of them are quite expensive, so that will be in a minute when I've done the other easy quests that I want to do first.
Yes. I've been through all of the dense cables and I've put recipes in for all of those. And I'm currently doing the smaller smart cables. So we now should have as many wires as we need. I did purple cables for you last night. So I don't need to do that.
Make that. No, can I? No. Oh god, I've got to come up a lot of tears for this. No. There we go. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. I need that, which means 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 I need that.
See, we do need a better source for all of the dyes.
Yes.
which we probably won't get until we have essence and do the dye essence. So that's probably the best way of getting the dyes.
I imagine so. Don't reckon there's any other better way to do it.
No, I mean, the organic stuff we can do, but it's stuff like, it's red and yellow, I think, are the main ones we don't have a source for.
Yeah.
Blue we have with lapis, green we have cactus green.
Well, red and yellow are two flowers. I don't know if there is a machine that will do flowers. We can make a vanilla one for red. In theory. Because there's vanilla functionality for duplicating red flowers. If you get the 2-tool red flower, you can bone meal it and it will just pop off more.
Yeah, the rosebush.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could do that.
I don't know what you do for yellow though. Slime, silicon, alloy, end and head.
I don't know. Right, I need to set up the charger. I think that's one of the last recipes I had on my list to get done. And then I'll have a look at automating the power support, because I do think we are going to need quite a few of those.
Yeah. I was just going to make one to get started, but we will need several.
Stick that there.
Actually, I've probably got most of the parts for one in a minute, so I'll just finish this quickly and then. There we go. That's another quest.
Great. So it has to go there because I think it has to import from the bottom.
Okay, can I... What am I missing? Oh, I'm still missing quite a lot. Okay, I need these. Which means I need 4 of these. I still haven't been able to make my crystalline capacitors, which I think is a result of a lack of coal. Yes, I need 10 more coal. I also need a couple more prismarine shards.
Not going to work.
Actually, that's something we could do with automating at some point.
What do you need automating?
Pulverizing prismarine shards into prismarine crystals. I think that's our only way of getting prismarine crystals.
Prismarine crystals. Possibly. Have I not already set that one up?
Well, the computer won't let me do any recipe that requires prismarine crystals.
I shall do that now. Because, yeah, we need that for the sea lanterns as well.
Yeah.
We must have just had a surplus of them.
You can pulverize or crush them, or in the sag mill you'll get 1 plus 10% chance of 1, so you'll get a bit of bonus out of the sag mill.
We don't currently have a sag mill set up.
On my list to build is the enhanced sag mill. I'll get to it in a minute.
The recipe's in the computer. It's automated. It's just coal.
Yeah. As is everything.
As is everything. Let's have a look at my...
No, it's one of the things on my list.
Is this... Okay, the excavator is not digging anything up.
Well, that's not ideal.
I assume I put the excavator where we had an excavator before,
yeah,
and we drained it dry.
Well, actually, we have had some coal come through, because I've been able to do a couple of things that needed coal.
It's not currently doing any coal, though.
It might not have been coming through from there.
Yeah.
So we turned the mining lasers off, didn't we?
Yeah, I haven't turned them back on.
Oh.
I did crush down some of the nether coal ore that we had.
Oh, right, that might have been it then.
Right. So that is the one we don't want to use. So where are these veins? They're both here. That's not the best
Why
position.
have my enhanced machine chassis stopped?
All of the recipes just breaking.
Nothing's happening. Now, is it the enhanced dye blend it's waiting on, or the grains of piesality? Which one does it want to do next? They're both just scheduled.
It might be that the machine is full with something else. There's a problem with
but
having...
well, there's no other crafts running.
I have no idea then.
I don't know which one comes first, so I don't know which one it would actually be waiting on. I don't 100% know which machine I'd expect either of them to be in. Enhanced dye blend should just be a craft.
Yes, that's just a craft.
Grains of Pisality are a crush.
The enhanced dye blend is waiting on the Pisality because it requires that crafting. I remember that much.
Grains of Pisality are in here, which has a channel but doesn't appear to be doing anything.
The import's set correctly?
Yeah, I think so.
But I'm missing,
Makes a Grains of Pisality with a pulsating crystal.
Not. Right.
Right, well, I see your issue then.
Hmm.
You're trying to crush pulsating crystals into Grains of Pisality in the Elite Crushing Factory.
Yes.
The only machine that you can do it in is a sag mill.
Ah. Well, I guess you need to make a sag mill then.
This is where looking at the recipe comes in handy.
I think I just stuck it in a machine I assumed it would work in.
It doesn't get crushed, it gets sag milled.
Of course.
Problem is we can't afford an enhanced sag mill because we don't have any coal.
I'm working on it.
Do I just go to the deep dark to get some coal quickly? Quick deep dark trip. Let me go on a quick deep dark trip.
Deep dark. Deep dark isn't that bad.
No, it's not. I was flying around in complete darkness yesterday and it wasn't threatening to kill me, so...
That's nice. It's very kind of it.
If anything, it's easier than in most Modpacks.
What's there? Radiator.
Is that coal? No, that's oil sand. Is that coal? Yes, it is.
1, 2, 3.
Is that coal? Yes, it is. Loads of coal. Can't get enough of it. I didn't mine any of it yesterday because normally you've got so much that it's not an issue. I didn't mine anything except for redstone, pretty much. I left most other ores. More coal. Right, I've already got a stack and a half.
Okay, that's pretty good.
There's some more. There's some more. I don't know if I've got luck on this pickaxe. Right, 2 stacks. That'll do. Coming home. I was only 20 short for the enhanced sag mill, so...
Right. Actually, have I done it correctly? I have. It's always the question.
Have you found a new coal vein?
I think so. It's by the portals, but we don't actually have a cable over by the portals.
No, we don't.
Never got around to setting one up here.